Next up on our 2024 CVC Fall Sports Media Day Tour is the Cuyahoga Heights Red Wolves football program. We've got Devin Dezek here. Coach Martin will be joining us here shortly. But Devin, talk a little bit about the season. I mean, coming in senior year, you got to be excited about that. A great year last year with 10 wins and getting into, I think, the third round of the playoffs. So just coming in, how eager are you and your teammates just to get this thing started?
Very eager. We're looking pretty good right now. Our skill-wise players, they're looking really good. We're gonna definitely throw the ball this year. It's gonna be really fun.
When you look at, last year, obviously you graduated your quarterback, your running back, a couple of big offensive linemen that they were all first team all conference guys. So you've got some big shoes to fill offensively, at least. How do you think that's coming along? Just getting guys that can step into those roles and perform at that level.
Oh, it's going great. Our linemen, they're getting to it. They're getting nice and active every day at practice. Our running backs, they're looking pretty good. Very fast, very athletic. We're looking pretty solid right now.
And then defensively, I mean, that's always a strength of Cuyahoga Heights. How's that unit coming together?
It's going great. Jordan, our defensive coordinator, he's getting us some good plays in this week, and just hoping to grow on it every day.
Obviously, every year you're going to graduate some guys, so you have some new players stepping into the lineup. Who are some of the guys that have been impressive so far to you, just in their work ethic and the way they're performing at practice?
A few names that stand out. Xander Merriweather, he's an oncoming freshman. He looks pretty good at a slot position. Another one, running back Gavin Chamberlain. He's very athletic, very fast, knows what he's doing, very coachable. That's it, yeah.
When you look at, the challenges you're going to face this year, how confident are you that you have the leadership from your seniors, your upperclassmen, whatever, and just the ability to overcome whatever adversity comes your way?
Very confident. We have a lot of great leaders on this team. My friend Kyle Porter, Tamir, Cooper, all these guys, they're very great leaders. They know what they're doing. They're all seniors. They've been here for 4 years. They're looking pretty good.
When you look at, senior year for you, what are you hoping to accomplish both individually and as a team?
Individually, I'd like to accomplish first team All-State. And as a team, we made a goal to get down to that state championship game, and hopefully we can make that goal come true.
Outstanding. All right, Devin. Well, I appreciate you coming in. I'm going to jump in to Coach Martin here. I think we've got him ready. So let's get him on the screen. Coach, how are you? Let's see if we've got our audio.
Good. Sorry.
There we go.
Can you hear me? Yeah. Had some technical difficulties here.
Outstanding. Hey, you adapt and you move on just like a football game. So glad to have you. But just give us a quick overview. We talked a little bit with Devin already about the team, but just coming in, it's a new year, a lot of new faces. How are you feeling about 2024?
Good. I mean, the kids have been working hard. We've had some really good practices. It's been hot out there, as you know, and these early practices are always tough on the kids. A little bit of a shock to the body when it's 90 degrees and you're out there for as long as we are. But they've worked really hard. They've stayed really resilient. It's a good group of kids. They set some high goals for themselves, and they're working really hard to get better each day.
Talked with Devin. You graduated your quarterback, your running back, 2 offensive linemen. That's 4 guys that were first team all conference. So big shoes to fill there. But every year it seems like you've got guys that just you plug and play, and the next guy, next man in comes up and does the job. Are you confident that's the case this year?
Yeah, it's the same every year. I mean, hopefully you've created a culture where the young guys have seen and experience some things and kind of watch some of the kids from the past have success and how they go about their business. And, our young guys right now are kind of looking at or leaning on our seniors for how they go about things. But it's going to happen every year. The only way you can stay successful is if you have kids who believe in themselves and they put a lot of work in the off season. And our kids have worked really hard during the summer to get better. And we've had a good summer. and we got to have another couple good weeks, because you're right. The inexperience is a factor. It takes a little while to get comfortable, and you can't always simulate what you're going to see in games on the practice field when you're a small school like ours. Some of our scout teamers who've been doing a great job are little freshmen. So it's going to be a little bit different. But each day our kids try to take advantage of their reps and get better, and we are making progress.
When you look at this year's team, what's the strength? What is it that every Friday night that unit is going to go out and perform?
Well, from an offensive perspective, we have a lot of experience at the skill positions, a lot of talent. We've got speed, we got some length, some size. We got some people who can run. We got some people who can catch the ball. So our offensive line, we got some good size up there. We got some kids who are smart and competitive, but they're inexperienced, and I think it's going to take them a little bit longer. And the offensive line position is really difficult. It's really challenging, and it takes a while. And you got to learn, all the line calls and how you want to block everything and the communication. And we're struggling at times with that right now, but each day they're working hard at it. So I think offensively we're going to lean on our skill kids early, and I hope our offensive line will develop. And I know Coach Huffman does a great job with them, and they'll get there. Defensively, again, we got some good speed. We do have inexperience up front. So a lot of those kids who were up front on offense were up front on defense. We had some really good TNTs last year. You don't replace a guy like Nick Novak, who was just a road grader for us last year. But, you got to have people step up and play within themselves and play maybe a little bit better than people were hoping they would. And we got a good group of guys fighting for playing time up front for us.
And just looking, the history and the culture that you've developed at Cuyahoga Heights, you get those graduation losses, but you've got kids that have been around the program. How much has that kind of shaped the success of your program, just that sustained success, because of those young guys learning early on what it takes to play at that level?
It helps a lot. I mean, the first thing is our community supports football. Like, our community still loves football, and yeah, it's a safer sport now. It's not the same game that I played and you played when we were growing up, but it's a great game. It's still a great game. It's still very physical. It still takes a lot. We ask a lot of these kids mentally, physically, emotionally. It's really difficult. It's the ultimate team sport, but our community still supports it. Like, we have a big band. We have a big cheer team. Like, we have a drum line. We have major S. We have everything that creates excitement about Friday night football. And that helps too. It helps our young kids to watch older kids have success, and that's fun. And some of our young kids remember going down to the state finals games, and that's a lot of fun. But if you have a community that doesn't really support the sport like ours does, it gets tougher, particularly at the smaller school level. But, our community is still all in on football and all the great things it does for our young men and women in our community. So we're really excited. Our young guys are really excited, and that really helps us keep the tradition going.
Outstanding. All right, Coach, I appreciate you and Devin coming in to preview the season, and best of luck to you this year.
Thanks a lot, Steve.